What up? What up? What up? All right, so today we're going to talk about coachable, being coachable. And I think, again, when you talk about the value of being coachable, what that means for you in your growth and development to become stronger as a leader, an entrepreneur, just an overall person, you have to have the ability to be coachable. So let's kind of talk about first what that means. We'll go ahead and define it first. So coachable says and I like this definition. It says capable of being easily taught and trained to do something better, right? Capable of being easily taught and trained to do something better. Now, I think the key words there is capable and being easily taught. Really, that word easily. And I think primarily the reason that, so many people struggle just to get to the bare minimum is because they're just not coachable. They do not have a willingness to suspend their own knowledge or their own, I don't even want to say belief about themselves, but they feel like, they got it, but they want the help, right? And you can't be that way. If you're going to ask for help, if you're going to seek guidance, leadership, mentorship, training, you have to be humble enough and coachable to be able to receive the information and the training that you're ultimately going to get. And for a lot of folks, they're not that way. They're not humble enough. They think they got it. And what ultimately happens is, they miss opportunities. They miss just coaching. They miss getting better because they're not coachable. And again, when you have, it's okay almost to not be coachable if you feel like, hey, I got it and I'm going to go and do it my way and I don't necessarily need the help. If that's the way you feel, cool. You're not asking for help. So, hey, maybe you don't need to be coachable. But what's always, kind of somewhat frustrating sometimes to leaders, mentors, people who are in a training position when they're trying to teach is individuals who say that they want the coaching. They just don't demonstrate that they're coachable. And that's what I want to make sure that I encourage you. If you are in a position where you're seriously wanting to make a change and you don't have the knowledge or the skill set to get to that next level yourself, and now you're at the point where, hey, you're seeking some leadership, some mentorship, and you want some help. If you're that way, the number one thing that you can do is be coachable to the people that you're seeking this help from. You have to be coachable, which means you have to be willing to suspend whatever it is that you think, you may need to do. However, this thing you think it should go, if you think it should go one way, great. That's cool. But now again, you're seeking leadership. You're seeking help from somebody. And then you're trying to go back and tell them, hey, I'm not sure I agree, or this is how. You got to be able to say, what do I do? Tell me again. Make sure, help me to understand, right? It's not a problem, and I want to make sure I'm clear, because it's not a problem with, maybe asking questions or, really being inquisitive and saying, hey, I don't understand quite why that makes sense, and you're speaking from a hey, I really want to know position. Sometimes you're you're starting to question the leadership or question the mentor. You're not in position to do that. You're the one asking for the help. Stop. You got to be humble enough and willing to say, all right, let me allow this person to guide me for however long. And then if you don't feel like you're getting, the help or assistance you need after that period, all right, cool. Well, then, pick someone else or do it yourself. All right. We're in the internet age. You got all sorts of resources really to be able to do nearly anything you want by yourself if you're willing to put in the time. But when you're in a position where you're seeking guidance and help from others, you have to be coachable and willing to accept that guidance for the duration of that period. Which means you got to listen, you got to be able to do what's asked and demonstrate to them that you're willing to do those things. It takes courage. It takes a smart and strong person to be able to follow someone, right? Everyone, I think, should be a leader, but also everyone in the right circumstances should be a follower, right? And I think, coaching is kind of following you, allowing someone to guide you. And so, again, you have to be humble enough to say, hey, I'm not quite where I want to be. I do want the help. I'm looking for the assistance. And I'm willing to allow someone to guide me there and not give so much pushback when they're looking to encourage me to do things that I'm maybe uncomfortable doing, take me to a new level. So with that, I think if you got anything from this particular video about being coachable, let me know. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, do all those things. And again, give me the feedback though. If you know someone, if you have a personal story or someone else's story that you want to share that information. I think all those little stories are helpful. You never know who you can kind of impact, and so do that. Make sure you kind of comment and give me some feedback. Other than that, I appreciate your time today. Again, like, subscribe, and follow us and do all that good stuff. And we will see you on the next video. Take care.